it's not entirely.
What's going on, guys? CVT here, back again. White balance, I don't know why. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna just keep kind of going. How much is
Entirely clear how you would continue this. Pattern to
now we got audio. There we go. On Discord, what the fuck are you talking about? You literally just sent me a picture and you're like, respond on Discord, fuckhead. Like, what the fuck? You sent that to me 7 minutes ago when I was busy setting up my stream. Fuck you. Also, it looked good. I was busy, I was getting food, I was starting my stream, and my headphones weren't working, so I was in the process of fixing that. I just got them working like a minute ago. They are a bunch of me problems, and they're all related to me starting my stream on time. And also why I am not able to message you. Hence me problems.
The time is 11:00 p.m.
It looks good though.
I shouldn't be seen here. The hood should work.
Eivor! What news?
Your father's dead.
Wait, what?
The sigil of Hunbjorn's house. I found it near his body.
No. No, this cannot be. He was strong, a pillar of Lincolnshire. He cannot be gone. He...
Oh, you poor boy. I'm so sorry.
I am a man, Archer! Do you hear me? I am a man and I am my father's son! Do not forget it!
He's been dead for some time. That was obvious by the state of his corpse. One of you knows more than you're letting on.
I'm sorry, Hunwald. I had already asked a priest to administer last rites when your father disappeared.
What?
I didn't tell you sooner because I thought by some miracle he had survived.
You lied to me!
You silly, sobbing mooncalf. Will you never grow up?
Lord have mercy on that woman. She should have said something. It was her duty to say something.
You need a new Elderman here, and it falls to King Ceolwulf to make that choice.
For once we find agreement, Eivor. The nobles here will convene a Shire moot to select a new candidate. The winner will stand before the king for approval.
Explain how this works, your Shire moot.
A moot is a meeting of lords. We convene from time to time to steer the course of our shire.
It was always my intention to convene a moot, but between our troubles in Lincoln and the bandits' raids, we slipped into a pattern of convenience.
Hunwald is an obvious candidate, but I don't trust any of you beyond the tip of a spear. I'll see to it that he is protected until your Shire moot gathers.
None here wishes the boy ill, but do what you think necessary.
Apart from Hunwald, who else will stand for the Elderman's seat?
If I may be so bold, I should like to put my name forward. Under my care, this Shire has found some peace this past month.
I will offer my name as well. My family has ancient ties to this land, and I am proud to say I have forged quite a friendship with the Danes to the north.
Good. My priests will spread word of the moot across the Shire, and will convene in a few days' time.
Do visit my estate, Eivor. I have something for you. Something I think you'll enjoy.
I'll find the time.
Eivor, a word if you don't mind.
Is the word Christ or pagan?
I deeply regret my churlish ways when we first met. I did not treat you as my god commands, with kindness and love.
Love is a difficult feeling to command.
Yes, quite. In any case, thank you for putting this mystery to rest. I do hope we'll see you at the moot.
With Hunbjorn's death an open secret, Hunwald's enemies may strike again. I should find him before they do.
Atya went to console him. I should follow her.
I'd like to get to like 70% complete tonight, but I don't think that's gonna happen with only an hour and a half.
The guards here are vigilant.
Get back! Now!
Must be blocked from the other side.
Say I'll settle for half what you lost last night.
Getting hungry.
Find a way in. Oh my god, it's Shazzy. Holy shit. What's going on, Shazzy? Holy crap. I haven't seen you in forever. What have you been up to? What have you been up to, Shazzy? What the heck? It's been so damn long. Very confused. They have this explosive stuff here. I don't know why. Ah, well, I'm glad that you're working. At least you're still hanging around a little bit and trying to get things organized in your life. Doing much better. I don't know if you remember the last time I was here, I was having a lot of health issues, but my Crohn's flare-ups have finally gone down tremendously, and so like we were kind of trying to settle recently what we were gonna do for a living, because our dog is struggling going up and down the stairs. She's got arthritis. She's old. She's like 13 this year, so like, you know, she's getting up there in age. And we were looking at like apartments and stuff, and like rentals of houses and stuff like that, and areas, and everything had like 2 or 3 story houses, so more stairs than we're even in right now. So we've just we've settled on building 2 tiny houses. We're actually gonna build 2 tiny houses and live out of that. One for me, one for my wife, and it'll be a his and her kind of tiny house living. I don't know how to fucking get out of this place. Oh, right here.
Shit! I have to repair that.
Yeah. I honestly think it'll be good for us, truthfully. And, you know, a lot of the concerns that people have with tiny house living, I don't think will affect us as much, because it'll be a lot of extra space between 2 of us having our own thing, so we should have enough space, basically, for both of us to really do what I do, like us be able to stream, maybe even more or better hours for myself, and be louder and not interrupt and worry about disturbing her or the dogs. Yeah, just a whole bunch of other things, so I'm pretty stoked, honestly. We're gonna start, I'm gonna start designing my tiny home on my iPad tomorrow, and sometime this week we're gonna actually try to get ourselves scheduled for an appointment to really talk to someone about what it's gonna take for us to do that. I'm pretty stoked. And it solves so many other issues too, because like her and I both like visiting and experiencing new things, and we'll be able to just, if they're on trailers, then you can literally just plop them on a plot of land without needing to get permits or anything like that. You can just go and live on a plot of land and experience new places. So it'll give me a chance to maybe go and travel around Europe, because I think this COVID stuff is... I actually think the COVID stuff is going to be over pretty soon, truthfully. I don't think it's going to go on much longer. I just saw it today, actually, that in the UK they're stopping the COVID passports, so... which is a good thing. How the fuck do I get out of this place? I don't know how the fuck to get out of here. I'm like literally trapped. Also, thank you for the big hugs for the doggo. I would give her the hug for you, but I gotta make sure that I don't. You have celiac disease. Ah, okay. So yeah, you're right in the same boat as me. I have Crohn's disease. So the foods and things we do affect a shit ton of our living habits. Both you and I. It's about time to get rid of the COVID passport thing. Honestly, people don't know this, and this is something that sounds like a conspiracy, but it's actually true. The family that is in charge of the COVID passports, or was going to be in charge of the COVID passports for Europe and for the UK, is the same family that was in charge of the passports that they were giving to the Jews in Nazi Germany. Can't make that shit up. Like they were direct relations. Talk about fucking just... Wow. I mean, it was pretty clear from day one for me that the COVID stuff was a clear agenda. And if you look at... I was actually just looking at... This is an interesting fact that just popped up for me today. It's something I already knew, but I never really... it visually never stuck with me. Just... I want to put this in perspective. Hold on one sec. These are only related to the US numbers, so I can't really speak to how the UK or anything else reported. But... Alright. Flu season cases from 2012 to 2013, 34 million. Flu cases from 2013 to 2014, 30 million. 2014 to 2015, 30 million. 2015 to 2016, 24 million. 2016 to 27, 29 million. 2017 to 2018, 45 million. So that was a particularly bad year. 2018 to 2019 was 36 million. 2019 to 2020 was 38 million. But then 2020 to 2021... there was only 1,822 flu cases. Now let's talk like realistically about that. People would be like, "Oh, that's because of social distancing and you know, because people were wearing masks and stuff." If that were indeed the case, and people weren't spreading flu to each other because they were wearing masks and shit, and they were social distancing, then the numbers of COVID wouldn't have gone up, now would they? They would have gone down like everything else. Oh, but you know, you can't present those kinds of facts in front of people because then they have to question everything that they know. But those are facts that straight come right from the CDC. Like, that's not like some bullshit number from some conspiracy thing. Those are numbers from the CDC. It's so fucking unbelievable that they've convinced the world to really go down this vaccine and the passport narrative based off of something that hasn't even had statistical numbers that even verge anywhere close to those kinds of numbers that I was talking about. Fear and propaganda, man. It's a powerful driver, powerful motivator for so much in this world. I don't live my life in fear, but when I find facts like this, I have to share them with people. And then I do love sharing it with people who are like very gung-ho about this kind of stuff, because then I like to see their facial reactions when they realize that they are living a lie. You know, when people are confronted with the contradictions of their own belief systems is hilarious. Anyway. That was my 5 minutes of conspiracy with you. Well, I hope you choose to like come back, Shazzy, because come back and stream or at least hang out. Oh yeah, the ones who don't want to exactly the ones who don't want to look past the lies are definitely the best because you can tell that their whole life has been given to them. You know, here on okay, I will go a little bit further in conspiracy, just a little bit further. You know, everyone's like, oh, you know, people aren't being educated enough. But if you actually look at what they do in education systems, the education systems themselves are not actually about teaching real intelligence. It's about teaching people how to read and write what they've heard. So basically, they are becoming replicators. They're not actually becoming critical thinkers of what's presented in front of them. They're basically a bunch of machines that the system can use however it deems fit without any question of the reality around them. It's really quite clever. Traditional school systems have been set up like that for a very long time, actually. It's not like this is only a 10-year thing. It's been set up like that specifically by... it depends on how far back you want to go, but the traditional school system that a lot of people are using right now is set up by Marxist regimes and stuff like that in order to create these facilities for everyone to fall into the, you know, do this mindset without having everyone really question why they are doing what they are doing. I guess if there is any one thing that when I was in high school, I didn't really care that much about, I didn't really care that much about doing what everyone else is doing. I never did the homework. Like, I never bothered to do all the homework that was given to me. In my high school, as long as you passed the midterms and the finals, you had a C average grade, basically. That's what they rounded up to be. So I made sure that I could pass the tests for both, and that was it. And I got through high school that way. I wasn't trying to be like some, you know, Harvard grad or anything like that. I just wanted to get out of there and do what I was passionate about at the time, which was graphic design stuff and art stuff. My dad didn't like that, and I never followed that when I was younger. I actually went a whole different course and still did very well for myself, States. But I'm back at doing pretty much what I love doing, and you know, I'm completely fine as a result. I wasn't for a while, but I am now. But I think I attribute my ability to question my reality more to the fact that I didn't want to become a peon of the system. I didn't want to, or I didn't choose to do the, like, homework, write and scribe everything that is presented in front of me kind of mentality. I literally sat there and thought to myself, why the fuck am I doing all of this? Like, what's the real reason for me needing to do what I'm doing, and is there any relevance to what I want to do? Made me question everything. I actually think a lot of people that just kind of skirted by high school are similar in that regard. See, doing homework is everyone always associated grades with intelligence, but that's not really the case. Like, intelligence is most often quite outside the box in every single regard. Like, if you look at Einstein, for example, and his life story and how he came to be who he was. He didn't do traditional school systems or anything like that. He fucking found books and read them and did all of his own shit. He vanished, basically, from traditional systems. Came back and basically presented everything he learned. And it allowed him to really experiment with his own, you know, inner desires and help him find what he wanted to be, what he wanted to do. Which is not what traditional school systems do. Traditional school systems don't make people intelligent. I'm very much convinced of the fact that it's not about making people intelligent, it's about making people slaves. Anyway, that was my conspiracy stuff. Now, I expect to be hunted down now for probably not. I'm not even any of a threat with all this stuff. I'm just spitting facts. I have no following. No one knows me. But I do like talking truth. It's kind of my thing. Like, as truthful and as factual as I can be, I try to be.
They will attack on sight here.
A treasure. So what have you been playing, game-wise, Jazz? What have you been, I know you've been trying to help yourself mentally speaking, but have you been playing, any cool games for yourself? Yeah, school does not teach you life skills. School has nothing to do with teaching you life skills, unfortunately. You don't learn anything that's relevant to most people. I did all of this. They've gotten all the treasures, so it's really just going. How was Fallout 76? I know how Warzone is, so don't need to ask you that, but how was 76?
Archer, where is Hunwald?
I tried to console him,
Huh.
but he pushed me away. I love the boy, I do. But I fear what would happen if he took his father's title. He's fragile and scattered. I saw him ride north, following the paved Roman road, to the old tall tree where he often passed time with his father, I imagine.
What devil put you up to all this deception?
I wasn't put up, Eivor. I felt compelled to carry on for the good of the Shire. Until I knew the truth.
A pretty answer for an ugly lie.
I've been diverging a lot from competitive games and stuff, or at least shooter competitive games. Actually, tomorrow is normally my day off, but I won a slot in a $2,000 tournament prize for Magic the Gathering, so I will be streaming my attempt at that tomorrow. I haven't done anything quite that interesting in card games in 4 or 5 years, so I'm very interested to see what I can manage. I don't have my expectations very high, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to do. Even today, my expectations weren't to win the qualifier. A spot in the qualifier. I just wanted to play a deck and earn some stuff and see how far I could get, and I ended up doing extremely well.
Let's
so
raise my hood here.
I will be, exploring that tomorrow. For a couple hours, anyway. I think it's a best of 3 series, and I'm not sure how many games I have to win or play.
Stretch your wings, Sunan.
No!
But I'm excited.
These woods, Father. Oh, these woods. I remember the days we spent here together. Here, upon this spot. Ducking and hiding through the rushes. With bow and arrow, chasing rabbits and squirrels. 1,000 arrows I fired and 100 trees I bled. But not a single animal could I catch. All of them fled. Hello? Eivor? Is that you?
I'm standing
Eivor,
right
what a
next to him.
pleasant surprise. Would you drink with me?
He's drunk, that's
Unbald.
Come, sit. Stay with me a while and contemplate the view.
Let's have a drink. To the memory of your father.
Here we go, a sailing among the leaves so green.
Do not gorge on grief, nor give in to sadness. But let your aching love light the mead of your eyes and lead you to triumph.
That is quite lovely. My father would have liked you. He liked all those who could swing a sword and speak a verse with ease. He and I used to wander up this way all the time. He would take me hunting, and I would catch the most wretched little things if I caught anything at all. I was a rubbish hunter. But he always said he was proud. Each and every time.
A toast. To your father, Lord Hunbeorth of Lincolnshire. He may have dwindled from this world in death, but in life he was as stalwart as this tree.
A wise old oak. Yes.
Skull.
Skull. And then my father says, it's the right goat, but it's the wrong end. Oh, my Swanborough loves that one. She has a great sense of humor, my lady love. Father would have liked her.
Right, your Dane lady love. She sounds lovely. Too lovely to be real.
You know what? We should visit her. We should go to Grimsby. Yes, there's no time to lose.
After you.
Nothing like drinking and riding to jostle your troubles away.
And the contents of your gut.
Now come and enjoy the splendor of my shire.
You Saxons and your tiny splendor. You've
I
never
didn't
seen
jump into
mountains,
this for
have you?
tonight, only
Or
because
deep fjords, like a
I'm not gonna
giant's
be on for
axe
very long.
wound. Or towering falls that steam in the dead of winter.
snow sparkling like a blanket of jewels. That is splendor.
Well, if your homeland is so splendor full, why come to England at all?
You can't grow crops on a blanket of jewels.
Ha! Very true.
I'll admit, your countryside does take the breath away.
Quite so, quite so. I love this land. And should I follow my father's footsteps, I shall do my solemn duty to protect her. I know many think me foolish, inexperienced, but I would ask that they judge me by my future hopes, not my past reputation. If I am given sway over this land and show myself to be a poor leader, shame me, punish me, of course, but give me that chance. By God, I just want to have that chance.
For how long we have to ride like this for?
What was that?
Birds, Eivor. Has no one told them today is a day of grief?
Shh. Quiet. Stop here. Something isn't right. I'll find the trouble before it finds us. Hide or fight, Hunwald! Now!
Father, give me strength to survive this. I'll be damned. Well struck, Eivor!
That's twice they've tried to kill you, Hunwald.
And twice failed.
We had luck. But if you're not more careful, they will succeed. Someone in Mercia wants you dead. And they'll kill anyone in the way to see it done.
Yes, including my dear Swanborough, my lady love. Come, let us hurry away.
I'm serious, Hunwald. Are you hearing me?
Plain and clear. Follow me.
Hunwald, are you sure this place is safe?
The safest spot in the Shire, yes. Here I am with a chance to be Alderman, but I have yet to prove myself worthy. To you, to the Shire, to her. I can do nothing without my darling lady. You've made me realize how much I've neglected her through this fatal stupor of mine.
This I must see for myself.
I wonder how long this section is gonna be. We've only got like 3 more total zones to like. I know one of them is the final area, so.
Follow my voice, Bjarti!
Oh, thank the heavens! There she is! Me!
Gunvald, I thought for sure you'd be dead. Why didn't you send word?
It has been far too long, my little jewel. I'm so very sorry for that.
I'm fine, my love. I wilted without you, but still I grow. And who is this?
Ah, yes. I am proud to present Eivor of the Raven clan.
Hello, Eivor. A pleasure to meet you.
And you, Swanborough. I wasn't sure what to make of Hunwald's stories, yet here you are.
Surprised to find a Dane by his side?
Not quite. I'm surprised to find a Saxon at yours. Hunwald seems to endear himself to all souls.
Eivor agreed to help me find my father. But I'm afraid it hasn't gone as well as I'd hoped.
What's happened?
My father is dead. Died of a cruel disease, apparently. Then shunted off to a cellar for burial.
Oh, my love, I'm sorry.
And someone in your shire wants to make sure Hunwald follows his father to the grave.
Let them try. I'll cut their throats.
A shire moot will soon be held. Hunwald should stay here, out of sight, until he can attend.
What if I left it all behind, my love? Forget my father's seat. What if I stayed here with you? Just the two of us.
Hunwald, no. This Shire must be led with courage and heart. Follow in your father's footsteps and lead the Shire as he did.
Whatever strength you lack, you have in Swanborough. Heed her advice.
Yes. If anyone can lift my spirits in time for the Shire moot, it's you, my dear.
Come inside and rest your bumbling bones, love. Be well, Eivor, and thank you.
Keep watch over that one. Men have come for him more than once.
My blade will keep him safe.
I don't doubt it.
The game has weird lighting issues, man. It's just... I don't understand how it can have so many weird lighting issues. This... Are you, Shazzy, are you gonna try games like New World? I know a lot of people are starting to play that. I'm considering picking it up myself. What time is it actually? I don't know. Longer. Whatever.
Yeah! Go!
Eivor, welcome to my estate, old friend.
Thane Elfgard. It's an impressive amount of land you oversee.
Quite right. I often get lost swimming to my island in this flowing sea of wheat.
It's more a lake of wheat, I think.
I beg your pardon.
If we're to be friendly, Elfgard, you should laugh at my jokes.
Yes, you Danes and your sense of the absurd. It's marvelous, quite marvelous.
You said you had something to show me when we last spoke. What did you mean?
Yes, I did. Observe. This fine specimen belonged to our beloved elderman Hunbeort before his untimely passing. He left it here when we last hunted together. I now wish you to have it.
If this belonged to the Elderman, Shouldn't it go to Hunwald next?
I suppose so. But I thought you a more fitting recipient. You'd know how to use it. Now, take it and come hither. I've a rousing hunt planned for the two of us. Leave aside talk of politics and shire moots. Let us enjoy the fruits of my land together.
We're hunting or fruit picking?
Both, if you like. Whatever you fancy. I'm generous with the yields of my estate, as you will see. To be plain, Eivor, a great bear has been badgering my estate for weeks. I must do away with it, if only to prevent a future tragedy.
You brought me here to hunt a bear?
Yes, and I'm so pleased you agreed to come. I suspect you know better than most that I have what it takes to lead this shire. Though its line of kings is all but ended, the people of this land still teems with life, with promise. But today, the shire languishes. It needs the guidance of new blood.
Like me.
I'm sorry?
I'm the definition of new blood. It may be I should put my name in for Elderman.
There it is, that dark sense of humor. Blunt as a hammer, eh? Like the one carried by your thunder god. I don't recall the name.
Go on.
What I mean to say is, I enjoy the company of your people. Or people like you. What little I've seen of them. And I don't care what stuffy fools like Herefriv and Hunwald say. You Danes are damn decent people. Not dense at all.
Kind of you to notice.
I remember when the Danes first arrived, not long ago. The locals were terrified.
Are we hunting, Alfgar? Or is it your hope that I'll braid your hair?
Hunting, definitely. The bear's lair should be nearby. Ah, my old friend Grim. How wonderful to see you here. What a pleasant surprise.
What surprise? I came as you requested.
Yes, and how is Grimsby? How are all the other Danes?
I can't speak for all Danes, but I am well, and itching for a hunt as you made plain in your message this morning.
Yes, that's right. Very good. Speaking of Danes, I'd like to introduce you to Eivor. Perhaps you know each other, as one Dane to another.
I'm Norse, actually. Something you might learn by asking. Well met, Grim. Glad to have you along.
Hey, Eivor. Did he lure you here as well with the promise of a hunt?
Yes, hunting a bear. That's the point of all this. We're hunting, I promise.
There's a cave just up the hill there. Seems a likely place for a lair.
If the beast is as large as Elfgard claims, it'll take all three of us to bring it down.
I'm game. Let's get a new fur cloak, shall we? There's all manner of beasts in this forest. If we don't find the bear, we'll find something worth our supper.
I have a divine rule over the land on my estate. God shall provide. Have no worry.
This is the threshold of the beast's home. There's no doubting that. That's not a bear. Wolves.
Oh, I guess it wasn't done.
That smoke! My God! My estate is burning like a twig!
Soon to be a sea of fire.
Eivor! You're skilled enough, and I can't tell you how to handle this, but please! By God, help me with this!
I'm in this fight with you. A clutch of puny Mercians don't frighten me.
If it's not him that's burning things, then it's gotta be a priest.
My people are fleeing! They must get to safety!
Someone waited until you were away to set your world aflame.
I'll send in!
This place is heavily guarded.
We watching for the fox! Run! Stand on the down!
Whoa, hey.
God damn it!
Let's spill some innings. Got your better, dog.
The men who would see you burn are dead. Let's get these fires out.
Agreed. What a mess. A sea of ashes. I thank you, Eivor, for doing what you could.
You're a man of many riches, Alfgar. You can rebuild.
To be sure. But I do not look forward to the toil. Sweet Lord in heaven! The bear is returned!
The Shire mood will start soon. I should return to Lincoln to see that it goes well.
There, you see? Didn't I promise you a rousing hunt? Brilliant! Simply brilliant!
There's only a few treasures left. Yeah, just like on here. This is actually. I'm gonna get through the story as much as I can. So, story, we go. Message me today. Got message back about what I need to be working on. Guess it is what it is.
Archer, is everything ready?
The Shire moot will soon begin. Will you join us, Eivor? We'd be comforted by your presence.
Yes, I'm curious to see this Shire moot for myself. I'll follow. When will the vote begin, Abbess?
12 able lords of Lincolnshire have already cast their stones, but they have reached a tie. 4 votes for each man. It now falls to you to break this impasse.
Me? By whose order?
You have earned the trust of our 3 candidates, it seems. Even our bishop has found a certain fondness for your hardy spirit.
It's an important vote for your people. How would you counsel my vote?
I value competent and righteous leadership, not foolish friends in high seats.
Anyone but Hunwald, you mean?
I love Hunwald as I love my own kin. But I would not put a stone in his care without fearing for the safety of both. I pray that God guides your vote today, and not the devil, as I fear.
What's up, Capty?
How are you, Lord?
Have I heard aright that you have come to break us from our deadlock?
I have, Lord. Have you any advice before I vote?
Lord Hundbeor was
No,
a
you're
bold
not a
and
gamer.
honest man, if somewhat reckless. I see the same qualities in his son. Therefore, Hunwald is my man.
King Ceolwulf's attendant, aren't you?
Aye. The king sends his love and support. Whatever happens here today shall have his full blessing.
He's learning fast. Good man.
A vote for Hunwald will return the House of the Ferocious Swan to its former glory.
How fare you, Lord?
My prayers are fervent and my will is strong, Eivor. If I am Elderman, I will...
Who are you trying to
join
prove the
this
point
shire.
to?
There's more to good leadership than merrymaking. You must be strong and stern and willing to take risks.
Of course, of course. Strength and wisdom and fortitude and all that. I shall rise above the peat moss of mediocrity. Have no fear.
That's good to hear. Bishop.
Eivor, I must thank you for your fearless participation in our moot.
I'm surprised to hear you vouch for me, Bishop.
I surprised myself, to be honest. But I felt it would be a good test of God's faith in
Yeah, I
our
don't see you
judgment.
enjoying either
Under
of
my
those.
guidance, this Shire is crawling back from a decade of lawlessness. God knows the love that lives in my heart for the people of Lincolnshire. I pray now that he guides your hand accordingly.
Quite a gambit, Bishop. Mad enough to work, it may be.
Well then, I thank you for what it's worth. God go with you.
Grim, good to see you again.
A hearty hello, Drenger. Seems Britain is getting quite used to the idea of Danes stalking her shores.
Where do you fall in this contest, Grim? Elfgard is a friend of yours, is he not?
He is, and a good man as well. But I cast my stone for the bishop.
The bishop? That's an odd strategy.
These Christians are easy to nudge about. So desperate they are to avoid a good fight, they'll agree to most anything a Dane says.
Good evening, Elfgard.
Eivor, I hope it's not untoward of me to solicit your support, but I do need it. The vote is closer than a cat's whisker.
It's a difficult choice, Elfgard. Know that I won't make it lightly.
Good, good. But let me say unreservedly that I am the man who will lead Lincolnshire into progress and victory.
I don't doubt your convictions, Lord.
This game is giving me a choice, and I don't like this kind of stuff. I know I'm not doing the bishop. Nope.
Blinda wadla on lechelade. Elisa won his yisine.
I don't even know what games to recommend to you anymore. That's how little of a gamer you are. Be better off just, like, doing MMA training or something, truthfully. I know you did. As did I. But I think our outcomes are very different as a result. If I go with the guy that I came here for...
Nune und Bachtum respende, sanctes eis bertes, halia riban mos overcome.
I want to see something here. And yes, this is my decision. Ah, okay, well, I have my answer.
Three men, three possible futures. Which of these sad puppets will dance best when you call upon them? It's not for myself I must cast this stone, but for my clan. Who will serve us best in a time of true need? You can never be certain where you stand in another's heart. Choose only for yourself. All three have strengths and weaknesses. Though tinged with arrogance, Alfgar is competent and wealthy. He'd be a good Elderman, but a faithful ally? I choose Alfgar. He is sturdy and competent, and his wealth will be a boon.
It is decided. By the grace of God, the new Elderman is Lord Alfgar of Lincoln.
God has spoken, and his voice is a clarion call. As your Ealdorman, I will work to better this Shire, to foster peace between its people, and to serve our king. I bless you all.
Let us all raise our cups. A toast to our new Elderman. As all well know, this Shiremoot's decision is not final. but advisory. It now falls to our newly anointed King Ceolwulf to ratify our choice. To this end, we need not worry. Ceolwulf is a friend to Saxon and Dane alike, and he is sure to approve the results. Our good and noble friend, Arthelswith.
A septic rot has overtaken this Shire. A sickness for which there is only one cure.
Your Grace! What is this?
Nobles of Lincolnshire, stand fast! For the glory of the ancients, leave none alive!
Steel yourself, Walt.
Mother of God! Another battle! Hold steady, Elderman!
Right!
Defend your Eldermen! Kill these
Is this how their god welcomes a new Elderman?
That's enough!
Bastard. What's his name? Your troubles begin early, Alfgar.
We'll find and kill that man.
To think such carnage could happen in Lincoln.
The grief tusser can't have gone far. Raise a feared and march against what men he has left.
Agreed. Hunwald, will you fight with me?
I will. For the sake of Lincolnshire, I bloody will.
I am at a loss for words. A trusted man of the cloth. I will pray for these martyrs and tend to the remaining wounded until the last man walks free.
Be well, Archer.
And you, Eivor. May God or the gods protect you.
Non vivet in ignorantiae sue providentiae.
Just want to get to the story before I hey man. I was flying fast though.
carnage I've never seen. That twisted bishop must pay the devil his due.
What news?
We've learned that Herefrith occupies a fort at Anacastra, south of here. An eager fear awaits my voice to lead him into battle. Will you ride with us?
I've gone some days without a proper siege. Lead on.
To the camp then, and onward to Anacastra. Follow, if you will.
Herefrith was a friend of my father's and always so dear to me. I don't understand what possessed him.
He invoked the name of an ancient order before his men attacked. I know exactly what possessed him.
Do you?
It's not a story for now.
This will send waves of disgust through all the parishes of Mercia. Herefrith is a new and ugly stain on the bishopric.
Your Christ was an interesting man, if a little soft. But stranger still, I've met so few Christians like him.
Today has been a boon, Eivor. In spite of everything, I now know my father's spirit still burns within me. It's thanks to you I know this. When songs are sung of the day Lincolnshire was saved, your name will ripple through every stanza.
Don't be hasty, Hunwald. One verse of our song remains unsung. The din of battle beckons.
You pagans and your appetite for battle. I certainly don't share it. I worry what diabolical feast the bishop has in store.
Don't let that poxy bishop worry you. With Eivor beside us, he'll be victuals before long. How has Atcha taken all this? She and Herefrith were so close.
She must feel as though the devil himself attacked her monastery. The poor lady.
We spoke briefly. Her spirits were low, but her work carried on. I think she'll be fine.
Manipulated by a man who should be God's gladdener.
Our camp is just here. When the field is ready, we'll attack with speed.
The sooner the better. Herefrith will entrench deeper with every passing hour.
Our warsmith has arrived. The Fiends are ready to fight.
Chieftain Eivor, can we win this battle with the small number you see assembled here?
If they fight as strongly as they smell, we'll claim victory.
Then we'll have no cause for worry. We should attack soon, before the bishop can muster more troops. What do you think, Eivor?
We attack now. Ready the field.
Our first task will be to breach the outer wall. Then we deal with the troops inside.
My character never is helping out with any of the tasks. He's just always sitting there, quietly leaning on his knees. You bastard.
For the glory of Lincolnshire!
The best way to breach is with a battering ram. I should help it along.
Let's go!
Take cover!
Run away!
This fucking... This fucking... leader is just standing in the way. We're having to push him and the fucking thing.
Shields! Look out! Oil! We're getting through! Many thanks, Eivor.
Shields up!
Effort! Oil inbound!
evil. The heathens come! Alarm! Alarm! You come here often? Thank me when the bleeding is done!
A challenge at last.
I'll stick you like a pig. What?
Gods, Herefrith has gone mad.
You, point me to the bishop. No one else need die today.
He's in the chapel there, hiding away. Scabrous coward.
Let no one leave that church without facing judgment. The other side must be barred.
Respite, Lord, please. Our battle is lost.
We have this. Continue the work of God, my boy.
Quod est trebent occusini in the soil habulum, the prevalent delicta Te adoremus et ada talata merum, eritis et pidem, in terras et in tua erit anima domina.
I died the day I hid behind these robes, this cross. To bring the light of my order to a wider view, I debased myself. Clawed my way to the top of this common religion, full of common men. I should have lived as the ancients did. That's the folly of mankind, Herefrith. We wallow in our failures like happy pigs in a sty of shit. We should have learned to enjoy it.
Well, that's it. I don't think there's any treasures in this little... Yes. This is another way in. Yeah.
Eivor! You fought as one possessed by a demon today.
Herefrid may yet have allies in Mercia, members of his secret order. But the immediate danger is past.
You have my deepest thanks, Eivor. To you I owe all my future happiness and prosperity.
You're a good fit for Eldon, Elfgard. Just make sure you put the Shire's needs above your own.
Of course. I'd not be the man I am today without this land, these people.
It's a shame Hunwald was not fit to don his father's boots. But he can bring joy to the people here. Treat him well.
Yes, about that. I believe he has a somewhat different idea of his future. You should talk to him.
About?
Until next we meet, Eivor. The strength of Lincolnshire is yours, should you need it.
We are bonded now. Your people and mine.
I have found better friends in Danes, to be honest. Swanborough is my love, and you are a better friend to me than any here. Would it be an imposition to ask... Well, could we live with your clan? Swanborough and I. It would mean so much to her. And to me.
Of course you may. We'd be happy to host you, ferocious Swan. And your charming Dane. Come when it suits you.
Oh, yes! I'll pull my weight, I promise. And fight when needs be, and I won't drink more than I'm allotted.
You fight with us, Hunwald, and you can drink as much as you like.
Thank you, Eivor. This means... It means the world to me.
Okay, well...
Now it seems the wind calls me back to Ranji. Let's tell her the good news.
Wait, I guess that arc. A few more arcs and the main arc left. Mostly done except for the collectibles, which probably end up doing, but I'll probably end up doing some of them. Some of them is really just one. I might do like... Can't just go in there.
Wouldn't be the first time I heard the like. But I always say a blood offering, a few prayers, and
Oh, it's not up here? What the fuck? Back and do Where's the stuff in? Ugh, what time is it? 12:30. I'm gonna turn this last thing in, do the thing, whatever's there, and then stop for the night.
I should talk to Hytham.
Rubbish. I intended to use it. Please, calm down.
Randvi, what is this?
Another dispute, I'm afraid, with Holger stirring the pot once again. Will you set in judgment?
Judgments are the burden of a Jarl. This is Sigurd's duty now.
He refuses to leave his quarters. Right now, you are the only noble fit for this.
I don't know. It is not my place.
Please. Only until Sigurd recovers his strength.
All right. Once more. Gudrun, Holger, come forward. You will state your cases, and I will hear you out and be as swift in my judgment as I am able. Gudrun, you may speak.
I have been robbed, Eivor. My property defaced. 3 days ago, I discovered some of my sailcloth missing. I scoured the settlement in search of it. Passing Holger's home, there I see it. Boldly displayed and worse, defaced, with scrawls and silly stories upon it.
Lies and slander!
Holger, quiet. You're well acquainted with the rules of this trial. Now, Gudrun, what did you do upon discovering your sailcloth?
I confronted him, demanding silver. For sil with Holger's inky scratching cannot be sold or bartered, can it? I ask only that I be paid for the property that was taken from me, yet he refuses.
So Holger took something that belonged to you and defaced it. Now you wish to be paid for the item. Do I understand?
That is right.
Holger, what say you in your defense?
Short days ago, I found a pile of mildew-stained detritus beneath the docks, and salvaged what I could. I wish to use it as a canvas, you see? As a conveyance for my latest works. The sailcloth was in such a state, and so obscured from view, I assumed it was refuse, abandoned goods.
I see.
My motives were honest, Eivor. Would a thief be so brazen as to display the fruits of his crime? Hardly. Yet here she claims I have robbed and defaced her property, when all I took was rubbish left by to rot.
Nonsense.
My only crime here is that I gave something ugly and decrepit a bold new life.
I see. So you feel Gudrun disposed of something and now unreasonably seeks its return?
Exactly, yes.
All right, I have heard enough.
I might have profited from that cloth. Holger has all but robbed me of a future boon.
It was garbage. Yet now it's a part of something greater. If anything, I have increased its value. You ought to thank me.
Oh, I will thank you with the back of my...
Quiet! Let me speak. After careful thought, it is clear that...
What is this? What are you doing?
Holger and Gudrun are at odds. I hope to find a resolution.
That duty is mine alone, Eivor. You know this. Stand aside.
You were not here, brother. Nor did I wish to bother you.
A sallow excuse for such a bold defiance. I hope you enjoyed it. Are you finished singing, my dear Skald?
My Jarl, as I was saying,
Stop! Enough! I have heard more than enough to render my judgment. For as long as I've known you, Holgeir, you have spun words into lies. You weaken the minds of children and delude the minds of men. I've shown you too many years of tolerance. And rather than exist in grateful meekness as Holgeir the liar, you sink lower. You become Holgeir the thief, robbing a woman of her livelihood, all in the name of your stupid stories.
Sigurd, Jarl, no, that is not the...
This is the consequence of your actions. You will pay Gudrun the value of 30 sailcloths.
30 times? Surely you jest. That would ruin me, Sigurd.
Do I look like one to play pranks, Holgeir? Pay the fee, or be exiled.
Great, Jarl. If I may, I seek only compensation for a single sailcloth. The rest
30 times! In silver! That is my judgment.
Eivor, please. Does this not seem unfair? Sigurd, the punishment must fit the crime. Your judgment is cruel and unfair.
Cruel and unfair? Oh, no. No, you have it backwards. I am the definition of what is fair and what is not. I am your Jarl, the source of all right and wrong, the lord of justice in this place. Without rank, without order, without a chain of command, life cannot endure. Chaos will reign. Do you understand?
As my brother and my Jarl, I back you, Sigurd. But in the face of injustice, I cannot help but speak.
Have you never in your life known when to hold your tongue, Eivor? Nor defer to those wiser than yourself? My judgment stands. 30 times the sailcloth's value. That is final.
Thank you, Lord, for hearing us out.
See to it that judgment is carried out exactly as I have said. Should the need arise again, do not fail to rouse me.
Greetings. I want to thank you for your judgment, Eivor. For stepping in when Sigurd would not, in spite of what happened.
Poor man. I've never known him to be so angry and reckless. Is that a side you've seen?
Rarely. There have been moments when he was distressed, worried, afraid. But nothing like this. Never, ever like this.
Let us do our best for him as we take care of our own. We're his best hope for healing.
If it is not too late. In the meantime, we press on.
Lincolnshire is a friend to us.
Wonderful news. And who is our ally there?
Alfgar is now Ealdorman of Lincolnshire. I believe he will be a good friend to our clan.
Good. I hope he is a man we can trust.
I want to see the...
This is like... Oh, plus this one, the last one. Oh, it's... I think these other... Silver.
Tell me about Jorvik. Hytham says there are 3 more targets there.
If that is true, you are in luck. Our old friends Jor and Ljuvina have made their homes in Jorvik. Both had status and influence in Norway, so they may have valuable insights into the city's politics.
That would make my work easier.
What say you then?
I will go now. Do you know where I might find Hjor and Lufina?
When entering a new city, it is best to ask around the ports. The people there know more than the average peasant.
message has come.
I'm grateful to see Basim returned. There's so much more I wish to learn from him.
Keep this. It serves your cause better than it does my pocket.
It gives me joy to take these from you. As a token of my deep gratitude, I want you to have this. Thank you. I expect there are yet more to claim.
I have to go.
Then go in peace.
Give it a bit. He's got enough. Business trip? Probably should be using poison.
Hello. Need something forged?
Good day. Is Gunnar about, or did he leave and not mention it?
My name is Rima, and Gunnar is a good friend of mine. Asked me to run his shop while he's away.
It is good to meet you, and strange to see Gunnar away from his forge.
Well, as far as I know, he's got a very compelling and beautiful reason for his absence. So here I am.
Well, if Gunnar has faith in you, I do too.
Then I say you have fine taste. Have a look at what I've got.
What have you got for me today?
Everything requires gold.
You done?
I have to go.
So long.
I could take to the docks here and then say. Oh, I'm going to Northumbria. Oh, I know it.
Eivor! It's Swanborough! Hello!
That's a bit. So, it does. See how much I've done. Did a lot of the stories, so accomplished quite a bit. 67%. So actually accomplished 4% in an hour. Almost 70%. Yeah. I will be back. I'll be back tomorrow for a couple hour stream because we're going to be doing my Magic the Gathering tournament. Other than that, yeah, stream after tomorrow will be on Wednesday. Back to Assassin's Creed Sunday. Hang out a whole entire another area. Left with only 2. So hopefully I'll see you guys for tomorrow's stream. If not tomorrow, then hopefully I'll see you guys for Wednesday. Until then, good luck with whatever games you guys are playing. I hope you guys have epic fun adventures. I will see you guys for Magic. Until then, see you. Signing off. Peace and good night, everybody.